Messy drama that has these people asking, am I overreacting? We are gonna be the judge of that today. First story, am I overreacting? Asking an old fling for a favor. I'm so curious as to what the favor is gonna be. Would I be overreacting for sending this? We talked for a few months. It was a one-night stand and it turned into a few night stands and then almost a relationship. I've never asked her for anything financially ever, and never have I done that in my entire life. Financially? During our time together, I cooked meals for her, helped her introduce her new pet to her home. She never had to buy food for the new pet once for the time that I was with her. Never failed to surprise her with flowers, planned dates, made sure that she was good financially for the week if she ever needed it. We are both in our early 20s and have as much money as you think an early 20s individual would have. Even when I was struggling in some areas, I still made sure that she was good because I genuinely cared for her. She broke things off due to career differences. Verbatim, this is what she said to me. Quote, "Again, I think you're one of the best men that I've ever met, and I loved spending time with you and talking to you. You are so sweet, thoughtful, smart, generous, and creative, and there are so many things to love about you. I never want you to feel hesitant to show the people in your life the amount of love you have shown me in the short time we've known each other. I'm so grateful for how much kindness and consideration you've shown me, like I'm literally crying right now typing this because I've never been cared for in any relationship the way you cared for me. We rebounded a few times after that, but I decided that stringing along wasn't fair to me, and so I ended it. A few months later, I hit her up because I knew she had some Airbnb credits and I thought they were unlimited, and she responded to me in this way. Am I overreacting if I sent that, or was I wrong?" We have the text messages, obviously. Let's check this out. All right, so he messages her and says, "Hey, Sydney." She says, "Hi. Sorry, I was rushing to the movie theater last night. LMAO, how have you been?" "I've been good, how about you?" "I'm okay, just got a new car, which has been a hail of a hassle, but everything worked out." "How's work? Any new stories?" She says, "Congrats on the new car and work is good. What made you text me though? I thought you said you weren't comfortable being friends." He said, "I actually have a favor to ask, if that's okay." She said, "Sure, what's up?" He said, "Me, my mom, and my brother decided to go to DC for my birthday coming up. The finances for the trip are unexpectedly looking a little tight, not gonna lie, and if I remembered correctly, you said you have unlimited Airbnb credits, and I want to know if it's okay to use them. It would really help for the trip. If not, that is completely okay, I understand. I just thought it wouldn't hurt to ask." She wrote back and said, "My Airbnb credits are not unlimited and I already have travel plans that I'm planning to use them for." He said, "Okay, I appreciate it nonetheless. I shall still find a way and I hope you enjoy your trip too." She said, "Not gonna lie, this feels like when that girl you didn't even talk to anymore randomly hit you up asking for money. Hope your trip works out though." And so this is what he has typed up, but he hasn't sent it yet because he's turning to Reddit for advice. He's planning on saying this: "I've never asked for money from anyone in my entire life. Even if I'm struggling in any way and there is someone I care about that needs something, I still find a way to help. Considering you know my character firsthand, I feel that that was really unfair. If I wasn't under the impression that it was unlimited and there was no financial strain, I wouldn't have even thought about asking you. I understand we haven't talked in months, but I really meant no disrespect at all." I'm curious what you guys think. Personally, I wouldn't ask. I would just feel uncomfortable asking an old fling that hasn't worked out and we haven't talked in months. No matter what the situation is, I just wouldn't feel comfortable asking them for a favor. Personally. But I want to know what you guys think. Is he overreacting, or should he send that and be totally comfortable sending that to her? Next story. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend sent me a meme implying spending time with me is boring compared to his homies. My boyfriend, male 21, and I, female 19, have been together since our second year of high school. He sent me a meme that said, "Most entertaining night with your girlfriend," showing a happy girl and a very bored guy lying on a bed doing absolutely nothing. Then it said, least entertaining night with your bro, followed by a compilation of videos of guys doing crazy stuff. Jumping on tables, accidentally hitting each other, jumping onto a trampoline from a roof, gambling, all that. I didn't really appreciate that and took it to mean that the time we spend together is boring for him and that he doesn't enjoy it. To be fair, we really don't do much. He comes over and we play video games together, or I paint my models while he is on his phone and we just cuddle and chat. It really doesn't sound that amazing, but I thought that it was enough for us. We are both introverts who spend a lot of time at home, and he has never complained about being bored. His implication that his homies are more interesting than his girlfriend is just obnoxious to me. My blood boils just thinking about it. Like, people have always told me how interesting and funny I am to be around, and I was proud of that. We were friends for several years before our relationship started, and I always thought that was the ideal way to get together, getting closer slowly without even planning it. Like, I used to be one of the homies, but I guess it really doesn't matter now. I don't really know what to think. Maybe I'm asking for too much. My mom says that this is normal behavior for young guys, but I still feel bad about the whole situation. I truly don't know if I should take his meme seriously. We're going to the chat. I want to see this meme and the conversation. So he sends it. It's a video, so we can't watch it, but he wrote us when he sent it. And she wrote, that's a joke, right? He said, yeah, it's like funny. She said, I mean, I get it, but do you really think that I am, or our dates are boring? And he said, please don't be mad. Oh my God. But of course, it's much more interesting to hang out with my homies than to sit with you at home, you know? And she put a bunch of question marks. He said, it's just how boys work like friendship and relationship are completely different. You should not compare these two things. She said, bruh, this is literally what your meme is doing. It compares a boring evening with your girlfriend and an exciting day with dudes. And he said, yeah, I guess. Well, really, he said, ye, IG. I'm too old for this. She said, answer the question, please, and sent a screenshot of when she said, do you really think that I am, or that our dates are boring? He said, no, don't be mad, please, but just chilling is never interesting as being with homies. She said, I'm gonna explode for real. He said, chilling with your girlfriend is not so exciting as doing crazy stuff with your guys. Ugh, it's hard to explain, but it's equally satisfying, you know? I love you so much that even boring things satisfy me. She said, okay, so you do think that the time we usually spend together is boring. Oh, he said, oh my God, can you effing read? I dare you to talk to me like that. She said, like, I used to be your homie. Remember? We used to be friends before we got together. He said, it's different. Why don't you understand, bruh? Oh my God, the amount of likes, you guys. I'm just gonna leave out saying some of the likes because I know it can be annoying when you hear someone saying it. She said, to be called boring is one of the worst things for me. I tried to get you to paint my minis with me. He said, bro, I hate it and you know that. Please stop it. He said, bro, I hate it and you know that. And she said, you really think of me like that? Do you even think of me as an interesting person? He said, please stop it. Can I be honest? Like, sometimes I even want to leave because I'm bored. Your yapping and hobbies does not make you any more interesting. It's just how it works. She said, oh my effing. He said, please don't think of this fact as if it's something bad. I still love you so much. And all she wrote back was, are we dead ass right now? Yeah, he said, I don't want to argue now. Okay. He just dug himself a deeper hole. He really did. He's bored.
Boring.
He is bored during your hangouts. He's saying your hobbies aren't interesting. Oh, the conversation was worse than the meme, to be honest. Would this bother you guys, that meme? I totally understand that if you and your girlfriend are just laying around every day, doing crazy stuff with your guy friends, of course that's more fun. I'm sure it is. Do you think that she's overreacting to this conversation, or is she justified based off the things he's saying? I feel like I might be annoyed by this conversation. I thought maybe she was overreacting to the initial meme, but the conversation is not helping at all. Next story, am I overreacting for canceling our engagement after what happened at dinner? I, 26 female, have been with my fiance, 31 male, for almost 4 years. We got engaged 6 months ago and we have been planning our wedding for next spring. Last Friday, we had dinner with his parents and his older sister. Everything was normal until his mom started talking about grandchildren. I laughed and said we hadn't even picked a venue yet. His dad looked at my fiance and said, well, unless your backup plan works out. Everyone at the table went quiet. I asked what he meant, and my fiance quickly changed the subject. His sister looked uncomfortable and said, Dad, seriously? On the drive home, I asked him what his dad was talking about. At first, he claimed he had no idea. After I kept asking, he admitted that about a year ago, during a rough patch in our relationship, his parents encouraged him to stay in touch with his ex, quote, just in case things don't work out. He said he never got back together with her, but he also admitted that they exchanged birthday and holiday texts because he didn't want to end things on bad terms. That bothered me, but it wasn't the worst part. I asked why his dad would call her a backup plan. He eventually admitted that his parents still invite his ex to some family gatherings because she is close with his sister. He said he didn't tell me because he knew I'd be upset, and he insisted that he leaves before she arrives whenever possible. I asked if she had been at any events while we were together. He said yes. Then I asked the question that had been bothering me all night. Has she ever been at a family event where I was also there? He paused for a long time before saying yes. Apparently, last Christmas, she stopped by for dessert after I had already been there for hours. He knew that she'd be coming and never mentioned it to me. He said he thought it would avoid unnecessary drama if I didn't know. Now I'm questioning everything. I don't think he's cheating, but I feel like he intentionally kept me in the dark so I couldn't object. He says his family is difficult. He was trying to keep the peace, and canceling the engagement over this would be an overreaction. I told him I needed some time to think, and now both his parents and sister are texting me saying I'm blowing one awkward family situation out of proportion. Am I overreacting? Ooh, but that would bother me that it was hidden from me, and the fact that your dad is saying this when we are going to get married, we're engaged and planning, not a funny joke.
Nah, it's not funny, I've got school.
Not a funny joke to make when she's actively around still. Like, please. Yeah, I don't know. I would feel some type of way about this. I don't know if it's worth calling off your entire wedding and engagement, but it would bother me. It would need to be, we gotta talk. This gotta be a conversation. Like, I have a lot of questions on my end, and I'm not even in this position. So
I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
I don't think you're overreacting to say, like, I told him I needed time to think. I think you should take some time here. We gotta talk this out. Let me know if you guys would end the engagement over this. I'm curious. Next story, making a joke out of my fear of heights. Am I overreacting? Ooh, are you guys afraid of heights? Heights isn't one of my biggest fears, to be honest. I can handle some heights. It doesn't really bother me all that much. Snakes, on the other hand, take my life. I have a severe fear of heights, especially with unstable bridges. Little backstory, about 5 years ago, my significant other, then 30 male, and I, then 30 female, went to the Redwood Skywalk out in Arcata for my 30th birthday. While I was crossing one bridge in particular that I was extremely scared of, my significant other jumped on it to scare me more. See, I don't think that stuff is funny. Like when someone's scared of spiders and you chase them with a spider or things like that, I don't find that funny.
No, don't like that.
Like, I don't find that funny. I flipped out and I almost broke up with him. It really soured my 30th birthday. Fast forward to this year. We went for a backpacking trip that involved crossing a suspension bridge that I crossed without issues 4 years ago with a different team. It was scary back then, yes, but I managed to cross it, not once, but twice without a panic attack. Before we left for the trip, I made sure to discuss with my partner not to jump on this bridge. It was the only thing I asked him not to do on this trip. We have been together for 8 years now and have made significant improvements in our relationship. I'd like to say that we have something solid. Recently started talking about marriage, even though that is something neither of us wanted when we started dating. It was a reasonable request, and when he reassured me he wouldn't make that mistake again, I felt confident, excited even, to try and conquer this stupid bridge. I get to the bridge, nervous and scared, just trying to focus on my breathing because I don't need to try and brace myself or worry about anyone potentially messing with me while I'm crossing it. I start walking across and my vision is already sparkly. Oh my God. And my significant other starts jumping on it from the other end. I'm throwing you off. It's simple as that. My legs become jello, I start hyperventilating, my vision starts to blacken, the bridge rocks and sways above a river. There is nothing that would catch me if I passed out. I would roll off the bridge into the river below. I managed to lock in and get across, only to collapse on the other side in the dirt. My buddy told me that my significant other looked at him while crossing and said something along the lines of, "You want to see her really freak out?" He made a joke out of me. Now I have some deep-seated insecurities that have arisen from this situation. I feel like it is no longer my significant other and I against the world. I went through a lot of harmful relationships before this one, so I have a fearful avoidant attachment. I've worked on it a lot and honestly felt like it was mostly gone before this incident, but since then, I am feeling very insecure. It felt like betrayal to have my fear weaponized into a joke amongst the guys, and now I have several people dismissing how it made me feel, telling me that I'm being dramatic, that he was just playing around and that's just what guys do. Rejection, it makes me feel defective, like I have a serious problem. The thing is, I would never take something he doesn't like or is afraid of and make it a public spectacle. Hell, I don't even bring up difficult conversations in front of friends because I know he worries about how he is perceived, but yet I don't get the same respect. I also don't want to be viewed as that girlfriend, which leads to more insecurities around these same guys that just saw him put me in panic on a stupid suspension bridge. Am I overreacting? We are going to look at a picture of the bridge she's talking about. Ay. Yeah, I get it. If you're afraid of heights and water, that's kind of two fears in one for some people. Totally understand. I didn't even need to see a picture to have my personal opinion. I don't find that funny, especially because it happened before, and especially because you asked him again a second time and he agreed and made a joke about it. I don't find that funny. But maybe some people do and they're like, it's not that big of a deal. I faint, so I have a fainting condition, so maybe this is just a little more triggering. I don't think you're overreacting, but let me know what you guys think. Next story, am I overreacting? Kicked my friend out of my apartment. Last year, I had a better job and I helped a friend, I'll call her Ashley, with rent 3 times. During this time, I would sometimes also pay for shared Ubers or meals, but I also never counted any of these things as debt. I knew that she was having a rough go at it, and I even explained that we would discuss the rent help once she had a better job or more clients. However, her finances were much worse than I knew, and she lost her apartment 2 months ago. When that happened, I told her she could stay at my place. Mind you, she still had not addressed any of the money that she previously owed me, for a maximum of 1 month. I gave her several conditions. Number 1, I wouldn't charge her rent, but she'd be expected to contribute to utilities, heat, water, that are above what I normally pay. Number 2, she would be required to actively look for a place to live during her stay. Number 3, we would split chores a certain way. And 4, I can't let her borrow any more money, no more Ubers, meals, etc. Just a few days, oh my God, just a few days in, her son passed away. Obviously, I helped out for 2 to 3 days, accepted her guests, and even paid for extra meals and Ubers because of the circumstances. Several of her friends wanted to do a collection or donation drive, and my friend never gave me any information that could help me make that happen. I didn't want to accept any of this money on her behalf because my plate was full and I didn't want us mixing up our finances. When I couldn't convince her to provide this information, I asked 2 of her friends to help me convince her or find someone who can provide their info, like PayPal, Venmo, all that, and manage this. I did what I could to help my friend grieve, but I was also on the receiving end of a lot of her behavior, and eventually I asked her to leave. I gave her a deadline and know that she has friends in our city who went to college and high school with her. They also had space, and I knew that there were offers from other people. I also explained that I'm not going to bother her about the money she owed me, but I also explained that during the past 10 plus days, she had started to treat me like a bank. She still expected me to pay for Ubers, special ingredients when I shopped at the grocery store, and even though I would have done it if I could because of her loss, money didn't just magically appear. I also explained that I was angry that plenty of friends wanted to assist her financially, and she essentially refused their help, so she needed to leave before her month was up. Several of her friends are angry at me, but none of these are people who accepted her into their home for even an afternoon. Anyway, good readers, I'm still wondering if I overreacted. Oh heavens. I think it's really the fact that you kicked her out before her month was even up, given the circumstances. Oh, that's tricky. That's really tricky because that's heavy. Yeah, circumstance is everything. The situation, you know? Oof. Let me know what you guys think on that one. All aboard the hydration station, you guys. It's time to drink your water. Let me know what's in your cup. I'm drinking water, and you should too. Cheers. Hope you're having a good day. Look at the cute little plant my friend gave me as a housewarming gift from their garden. I don't have one like this. I can't wait. Look at that. What a fun little shape. I love plants. Am I overreacting for not being interested in him anymore? So I'm 26 female and I met this guy, 32 male, last night at a stoplight party. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what that says about me, but I have no idea what a stoplight party is. Conversation flowed and we ended up chatting for about an hour, and it was the best conversation I'd had with anyone all night. Ironically, part of our convo was about how there are a lot of people with unhealed trauma in the dating pool, and how he used to be called a love bomber and how it made women uncomfortable, but he said that he isn't that way anymore. It reached 10 p.m., so I decided to end our convo, give him my number, and go find my friend to head home. Ended up finding him and spending another hour chatting to other people. While I'm doing so, he calls me twice and leaves this string of messages. I thought we had a really good conversation, but this energy seems a lot for someone I just met. I do sympathize with him a little, so should I hear him out and give him another chance? I'm not sure. We're going to the text messages. Oh my God. That's a lot of text messages to send someone without getting a response. So he starts writing, "Did you find your friend? I wanted to make sure you made it to your car. Are you okay? Hey, what happened? I wanted to make sure you are safe. I thought we had a good connection. Did I say something? Just tell me if you're not interested. It's all good. I just got home. Hope you made it home safely. Sorry for all the texts. I just hate being ghosted." But ghosted? Give me a chance to respond. Damn. She eventually responds and says, "Hi, I just got home. I appreciate your concern. I ended up finding my friend and staying for another hour talking to people. I agree, we did have a good connection, but this energy is a lot for someone I just met, so I don't see this working out, unfortunately. I wish you the best." He said, "I'm sorry, I just felt concerned, and if I said something wrong, I really enjoyed our conversation and felt like I could talk to you for a while. I did not want to ruin this. I apologize, I'm really sorry. Can I explain myself? I've gotten ghosted before and I think I get anxious. I like you and I just ruined it. Can I explain myself in person?" She responded and said, "I understand, and you didn't say anything wrong at all. I really enjoyed your company. But yeah, multiple texts and calls is a lot at this stage, and I see it raising issues down the line if we were to pursue this further. I value my independence and I don't respond to texts immediately a lot of the time, so I don't think I can give you the energy that you need in that regard. I wish you the best." I forgot that there were phone calls too. That adds a little extra cuckoo bonkers, you know? He said, "I understand. I swear I'm not trying to be controlling or toxic like that. It comes from being protective. Can I get a second chance? I just ruined our great conversation. We have a lot in common with incident. I can give you space. I'm sorry about the texts and calls. I effed up. I had 3 drinks and I got anxious." Yeah, I mean, personally, that energy would be it for me. It would just put me off. I don't think you're overreacting, and I think you were very graceful in your responses. Let me know what you guys think, though. Were these people overreacting or not? Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. I'll see you tomorrow.